The Quadcom was born out of a most interesting discovery. From the separate hearings of the Committees of Dangerous Drugs, Public Accounts, Human Rights, and Public Order and Safety. Mukhang may natisod po kami. Mukhang may koneksyon at pare-pareho ang cast of characters. The criminal enterprise has penetrated us and has been operating with quiet impunity. And out of these operations that led to a monopoly of crimes such as human trafficking, kidnapping, prostitution, murder, love scams, crypto scams, at lahat na ng cybercrimes. Hindi lang po yan. Nagsimula na silang kamkamin ang lupa na dapat para sa Pilipino. Para sa Pilipino lamang. Gamit ang iba't ibang korporasyon at mga individual na mapanyagang pretending to be Filipinos sa pamamagitan ng pamemeke ng mga birth certificates at iba pang government IDs. This is a serious threat to our national security and our sovereignty as a nation. As the investigations progressed, there were corporations that kept surfacing with familiar names, names that have been tied to cases, controversial investigations in nature. Dahil po dito, we went into a deep dive into these corporations. Are they really connected? Using open sources, documents from SEC, at mga records na naisumite sa iba't ibang committee na bumubuo ng Quadcom, we discovered a pattern, a partnership, an alignment. Nung nakita po namin ang pattern, sinundan po namin ito pataas. Ang mga korporasyon na ito stripped it of its layers to get to the top and through it all. And we have discovered and identified at least two main actors or players in the issue of drugs, illegal activities associated with POGOs. At ang dalawang aktor na ito, ipinakikilala ko po sa inyo si Michael Yang at si Alan Lim. Marami nang naisulat at nire-report at naging usap-usapan tungkol kay Michael Yang. Michael Yang has been linked to various controversies in the past. This includes, among others, his alleged involvement in the importation and proliferation of drugs into our country. Nadawit din po ang pangalan niya sa Parmali. Si Michael Yang din po ay ang former economic advisor appointed by the former President Rodrigo Roa Duterte. Then, there is Wei Zhong Lin, aka Alan Lim. Kagaya po ni Michael, he is no stranger to articles written about him and other controversies. According to reports, Alan Lim and Michael Yang are business partners in the drug trade. Sila po ay tahasang pinangalanan ni Colonel Asierto as being so. At sa kanya din po ang isa sa mga naunang pogo sa ating bansa. In studying these individuals, napansin po natin that they use the same set of people and build multiple layers for their corporations. Layering, pero nabuko natin dahil sa pattern ng kanilang nominees. Para po madali natin maintindihan ang presentation, pag nakita po natin ang kulay blue, ito po ay umuugnay kay Michael Yang. At ang kulay pula naman po, yan naman po ay konektado kay Alan Lim. Next slide, please. Ang paulit-ulit na tao na associated kay Michael Yang ay ang mga sumusunod: Jason Uson, Gerald Cruz, Yukin Zeng. Kung atin pong matatandaan, hindi bago ang pangalan na Jason Uson at Gerald Cruz. Dahil nadawit na po ito ang mga pangalan nila sa investigasyon ng Pharmaly. Ayon sa mga nakita naming sources at documents, ang mga personality na ito ay lahat based in Davao. This is significant considering the connections of Michael Yang in Davao City, where he owns a very interesting property. At syempre, hindi natin pwede makalimutan ang mga kapatid ni Michael Yang. Recently po, lumutang ang panganay na si Yang Jianjin, also known as Tony Yang or Antonio Maestrado Lim. Welcome to the House of Representatives. At ang kapatid niyang si Yang Hongjiang. Ang magkapatid rin na Michael Yang at Hongjiang Yang ang may-ari ng DCLA Plaza at Yangzi Group Trading Company. Kamakailan lamang ay napag-alaman natin na nariyan din pala si Tony Lim. Davao City Los Amigos Plaza, DCLA, which was incorporated in 2011 in Davao City, is one of the first known businesses established by Michael Yang, connected to this complex web of corporations that are involved in the proliferation of criminal activities in the Philippines. Sa affidavit na isinumite ni Arturo Las Cañas sa ICC, base sa mga reports, ay itong DCLA Plaza ay ginagamit lamang bilang front ni Michael Yang to conduct his illegal activities. Dito daw labas-pasok ang mga drug couriers. Ang Yangzi Group Trading Company naman po ay isang korporasyon din na pagmamay-ari ni Hongjiang Yang at Michael Yang na sangkot sa mga illegal importation ng mga iba't ibang mga goods. Puntahan naman natin si Yang Jianjin o si Antonio Maestrado Lim. Si Tony Yang is the eldest brother among the Yang brothers. Siya daw ang totoong mastermind at architect sa lahat ng operasyon ng criminal syndicate ng Yang brothers dito sa ating bansa. Tony Yang is based in Cagayan de Oro, where he owns multiple businesses katulad ng Yangzi Hotel, dating Pogo Hub, at ang Philippine Sanja Steel Corporation na involved sa rice smuggling at human trafficking. Siya din ang presidente at incorporator ng Oroan Incorporated, isang service provider for Shongwei Technologies na pagmamay-ari ni Alan Lim. Si Tony Yang din ang may-ari ng Alwana Business Park, where several unlawful activities have been reported. Nung nahuli si Tony Yang, may dala-dala po yung 1.4 million pesos in cash at mga iba't ibang lisensya for firearms. Gusto ko pong bigyang pugay ang PAOK TF. Congratulations po sa inyong paghuli kay Tony Yang. Tulad po ni Michael Yang, it would appear from reports that we have gathered in previous investigations that Alan Lim has a select number of associates whose names constantly and consistently appear in corporations that are owned by him, or we have observed are actually connected to him. The most obvious figure in this network of companies of Alan Lim has built is his wife, Rose Nono Lim. Sinundan namin si Rose Lin, follow the trail kumbaga, at isa siya na nagko-connect kay Michael Yang at Alan Lim. This is a known fact. At makikita po natin mamaya that Rose Nono Lin is an incorporator of at least 8 companies where Michael Yang is involved in, such as Piley Estate Group, formerly known as Piley Holdings, Philippine Full-Wind Group of Companies. Ang entry point niya sa Pogo ay ang Shongwei Technology. Kung mapapansin niyo po, kapag binaligtad po natin yung pangalan na Shongwei, this is the Chinese name of Wei Zhonglin, aka Alan Lim. Now, what is Shongwei Technology? Shongwei is a Pogo which was registered as a Philippine corporation in 2016. Isa po ito sa mapangunahing Pogo sa ating bansa. While Alan Lim does not appear as a director or shareholder of Shongwei in any of his corporate records, the Organized Crime and Corruption Reporting Project, OCCRP, reported that Alan Lim, using his identity as Lin Weizhong, served as chairman of this corporation. Shongwei service providers include Brick Hearts, Turquoise Diamond Technology Corporation, Shidaikeki Technology Corporation, and Orowan Incorporated. As previously reported, Shongwei and Brick Hearts shared the same email address. While this alone seems inconsequential, circumstances would show that Shongwei is part of the network of companies belonging to Yang and Lim, which is involved in illegal activities in our country. In fact, it has been reported that Shongwei was involved in 5 of the 7 kidnapping cases reported by Colonel Rodolfo Castil Jr., the Philippine National Police Anti-Kidnapping Group. Ngayon, balikan po natin ang ating paghihimay sa korporasyon ni Michael Yang at Alan Lim. Here we can see that Michael Yang has several persons which consistently appear as shareholders in his companies, such as DCLA Plaza and Yang Z Trading Company. These persons are Jason Uson and Yung Kin Zeng. It would appear that Jason Uson, allegedly a Filipino citizen, consistently owns at least 60% of these companies in apparent compliance of our nationality requirements. On the other hand, Alan Lim, Rose Nono Lin, a Filipino citizen identified to be his wife, consistently appears as a shareholder in his companies. In XRL Holdings, Rose Nono Lin is 60% owner, again, in compliance with our nationality requirement. Several companies, Piley Holdings Corporation and Piley Estate Group Corporation, appear to be 50% owned by the Michael Yang Group and the Alan Lim Group, respectively. The same individuals, Jason Uson, Yung Kin Zeng, are shareholders of these corporations together with Michael Yang. Meanwhile, Rose Nono Lin, Alan Lim are shareholders from the Alan Lim side. Silipin naman po natin itong Piley Estate Corporation. Ano ang Piley Estate Group? Ang Piley Estate ang nagtayo ng Clark Majestic World, a mixed-use real estate development Very similar ang mga condominium units dito sa mga residential units na ginagamit ng mga POGO employees. The businesses of Michael Yang and Alan Lim seem to always be involved or associated with illegal activities. For example, there are reports that the people who were held captive were found inside the Clark Majestic Road. Another company providing the link between the partnership of Michael Yang and Alan Lim is the Philippine Full Wind Group of companies. Again, Alan Lim is not a direct shareholder of this company. His wife, Rose Nololin, is. Consistent po yan sa obserbasyon natin na itong si Rose Nololin is the representative, kumbaga, ng totoong may-ari na si Alan Lim. Similarly, Michael Yang has no direct shareholdings in the company. Jason Lim, Yungkin Zheng are also shareholders of DCLA Plaza that own a substantial part in the Full Wind. Mapapansin din po natin si Gerald Cruz. Kung atin po matatandaan, kasama ni Rose Nonolin, si Gerald Cruz, sila po ang mga directors ng Pharmaly Biological Company, the sister company of the infamous Pharmaly Pharmaceuticals. Again, these personalities appear as dummies for Michael Yang. Kapansin-pansin dito na parte sa korporasyon ang kapatid ni Michael Yang na si Hong Jiang Yang. Tignan naman po natin ang karakter nitong si Hong Jiang Yang. Sino naman si Hong Jiang Yang? Ayon sa mga report, kapatid po siya ni Michael Yang. He was also identified as the manager of DCLA store of Michael Yang in Davao City. Napaka-interesting po na pumasok ang pangalan ni Hong Jiang Yang sa Qualified Trafficking Investigation in Bamban POGO controversy. Bakit? It was reported that Hong Jiang Yang's accounts were linked to the transactions amounting to 3.2 billion pesos, which were allegedly used to finance Hong Sheng. The same POGO, which was raided in Tarlac and linked to Alice Guo's Baofu Land Development Incorporated. Sa madaling sabi, ka-joint account po ni Hong Jiang Yang si Zheng Yu na incorporator naman ng Hong Sheng Gaming Technology. Flashback muna tayo at balikan po natin si Michael Yang na lumutang doon sa Pharmaly Senate hearing and investigation. It was established during the Senate hearings 3 years ago na itong si Michael Yang ang financier ng Pharmaly when it was involved in the procurement of face masks and PPEs. Medyo iba na ito kasi ang pinagkakakitaan niya ay hindi drugs, hindi POGO, kung hindi sa panahon ng pandemya na maraming Pilipino ang napaluhod at pinahirapan ng COVID-19, pinagkakitaan po ang kalagayan ng mamamayang Pilipino. Nakikita po natin sa slide na ito na parehas po ang modus na ginagamit ni Michael Yang at saka ni Alan Lim. Michael Yang Group using Gerald Cruz, Alan Lim Group using his wife, Rose Nonolin. Balikan na naman po natin ang POGO. Usisain po natin ang Xiongwei. Xiongwei is the licensed POGO of Alan Lim. Isa sa kanyang service providers ay itong Brickhearts Technology. Brickhearts kung susundan natin ang pattern, appears to be owned by the tandem of Michael Yang and Alan Lim. And some individuals who were still investigating, but coincidentally, nung tininan po namin kung saan po sila nakatira, lahat po sila mukhang nakatira sa Davao. At sino naman ang Brickheart? Ayon sa publicly available sources, makikita natin na noong 2022, Brickheart was involved in a kidnapping incident. It was found that a woman was kidnapped in Pasay, brought to a Pogo dorm in Cavite, where she was sold off to a Chinese national. Binenta ang isang Pilipina sa isang Chinese national. Pagkatapos nito, siya po ay binugbog. Dinala sa isang Pogo dorm in Shuangma Industrial Park in Cavite. Shuangma is run by Brickheart's Technology. A similar kidnapping incident of a Chinese national was also reported here. Interestingly, Brickheart's has the same address of Shongwei Technologies, which is owned by Alan Lim. Diba kabit-kabit na? Corporate documents of Brickheart's were also found in the Pogo raid in Bamban, Tarlac. So makikita natin na habang itong Brickheart's na based in Cavite, bakit ang papel nito ay matatagpuan at nahanap sa Banban? Naglakad kaya ito o sumakay ng isang small boat papunta sa Banban? Let's dig deeper dito sa mga Pogo. Yan po ay ilan sa mga service providers of the Pogo of Alan Lim. Turquoise Diamond Technology, Shiday Keji Technology, at Oroan Incorporated. Bago pa lang natin ito malaman, ang Oroan, sabay na po lumutang ang kapatid ni Michael Yang na si Tony Yang. Makikita natin dito ang iba-iba pang mga personalities na closely associated or dummies of Alan Lim. Makikita rin po natin dito ang link ni Alan Lim sa kuya ni Michael Yang na si Tony Yang. Puntahan naman natin itong Orowan Incorporated. Ano ang Orowan Incorporated? Ayon sa AOI or Articles of Incorporation ng Orowan, ito ay itinayo primary for the purpose of engaging in internet allied businesses and providing call center services sa business processing and outsourcing. However, it was later found out that Orowan was a customer relations service provider of one of Alan Lim's Pogo, which is Shongwei Technologies. Ayon sa mga news reports, meron ding unlawful activities na naganap sa Alwana Compound, Cagayan de Oro, where Orowan is located. Si Tony Yang ang president at incorporator ng Orowan. At dito makikita ang direct link ni Tony Yang sa kaibigan at close associate ng kapatid niya na si Michael Yang at Alan Lim. Balik naman po tayo sa ibang service providers ng Shongwei, ng Turquoise at Shiraykeshi. Based on PAGCOR documents and records, Turquoise, Shiraykeshi, and Orowan are service providers of Shongwei. But what is extremely suspicious here is the fact that two of these service providers, Turquoise and Shiraykeshi, were found to be inside the Baofu compound sa teritoryo ni Alice Guo na ang pogo na ito ay ang Hongzhen Zunyuan. So ang tanong, bakit yun nandun? Dito po natin makikita ang grupo ni Alice Guo na pawang nasa same circle and networks of friends, si As Alan Lim and Michael Yang. And as we know, ang Baofu ang kasunod.
Yes, sinako mo
SDS.
na tubig na malamig, baka nauwaw ka na. Now, I'm sure, given the current development on Alice Guo, that we are all familiar with. Ang Baofu compound, it is the biggest pogo compound in Bamban, Tarlac, and owned by Baofu Development Incorporated. Baofu equals Alice. Uulitin ko po na several service providers of Alan Lim's Xiongwei Technologies are linked to Baofu. Customer relations providers of Xiongwei Turquoise Diamond Technology Corporation and Shi Daikeji Technology Corporation can be found inside the Baofu compound. Brickhart's documents were likewise found inside the Baofu compound. Sino pa ang may link sa Baofu? Siyempre, ang Yang. Tingnan po natin ang next slide. Ang link ay na kay Ongjiang Yang, ang kapatid ni Michael Yang. As stated kanina, ni Deputy Speaker J.J. Suarez, ka-joint account ni Ongjiang Yang, si Zhen Kan Yu, ang incorporator ng Hongsheng, at sa usapin pa rin po ng Pogo ay huwag din nating kakalimutan ang Porac, Pampanga, kung saan nakilala natin ang Lucky South 99. Ang Lucky South 99 naman ay pawang nauugnay sa Hongzhen Zunyuan dahil sa close association naman ng nakilala nating representative ng Lucky South na si Cassie Hong. Ang Lucky South 999 ay kilalang kilala na po natin sa raid na naganap dyan ay kahindik-hindik na krimen po ang nakadiskubre natin dyan. Nariyan ang mga kinidnap, kinorture, pinatay, mga na-recover na videos na may nalalaman po ng pag-aabuso sa mga kababaihan o iba pang sex crimes o mga cyber scams. So bakit po natin sinasabing kahit papaano ay kasama ito sa web? Dahil po naman, yan ang makikita nating koneksyon dito sa Hongzhen Yuan o ang Baofu. Tingnan po natin ang link. Una po, it follows the same pattern o modus operandi. Nagsisimula po ito sa pagbili ng mga hektaryang lupain. Kung sa Bamban ay namili ay ang Baofu sa Porac, ang namili ay ang whirlwind. Pagkatapos po niyan, ay magtatayo ng mga structures o buildings. Diyan, kung titingnan mo, ang halos pare-parehong lang ang prison life facilities. At halos kasabay ng pagtatayo ng physical structure ay mag-a-apply po ito ng POGO license. Sa Banban, ito ang Ong-Sem o Sunyuan. Sa Porac, ito naman ang Lucky South 99. May mga links din po ang mga personalidad dito. Si Zhang Yi na taga Singapore, ang dating presidente ng Lucky South 99, ay napabalitang tumulong kina Alice Guo at Cassie Ong para sa stay nila sa Indonesia. Si Duan Ren Wu na nauugnay naman sa Whirlwind at Lucky South ay kay Cassie Ong ay namataan na kasama ni Alice Guo sa Indonesia. At alam po naman natin na kasama si Cassie Ong ang pamilya Guo habang sila ay nasa ibang bansa sa tangkang tumakas sa lahat ng nakakabit na kontrobersya nila dito sa ating bansa sa Pilipinas. Maliban sa mga links ng ganyan, ang mga nag-ooperate within the POGO compound sa Banban at sa Porac ay pare-parehong sangkot sa mga krimen na human trafficking, cybercrimes at kung ano-ano pa. Bakit po natin sinasabing kasama rin po dito? Kasi ganyan po ang criminal enterprise. Ang criminal enterprise as defined, it is a group of individuals with an identified hierarchy or comparable structure engaged in criminality activity. Balikan po natin sina Michael Yang, sina Alan Lim. Sa POGO lang ba? Hindi po. Hindi lang POGO at Parmali. May drugs pa po. May drugs pa po. Tingnan po natin yung next slide. The Michael Yang and Alan Lim group as shown here are linked to Golden Sun 999, which is significant because it connects us to Empire 999 na makikita natin mamaya na heavily involved pala sa mass land acquisition and drugs. Ang layo na po ang inabot ng mga korporasyon at mga krimen. At nakikita po natin na konektado pa rin. Relevantly, the connection lies in the interlocking directors or common incorporators, shareholders among these corporations. As mentioned earlier, Rose Nono Lim, the wife of Alan Lim, and Gerald Cruz and Lincoln Ong, known as associates of Michael Yang, were all implicated in the Parmali scandal. Both Rose Nono Lim and Gerald Cruz are incorporators of Golden Sun 999 along with I.D. Tae Yang. I.D. Tae Yang is also an incorporator of Empire 999 Realty Corporation, where it was reported that almost 3.6 billion worth of shabu was found and confiscated. This warehouse is owned by Mr. Willie Ong, an incorporator of both Empire 999 and Sunflare Industrial Corporation. Lincoln Ong, who is also an incorporator of Parmali Pharmaceutical, and I.D. Tae Yang, who is an incorporator of Golden Sun 999 and Empire 999, are also both incorporators of Mexico 999. Sino po si Empire 999? Tingnan po natin. Empire 999 Realty Corporation is a registered corporation with the SEC since 2015, with some of its incorporators being Willie Ong, ID Tiang, Jack Tiang, and Alvin Ganituen. As shown, these people are the same people who provide the link between what appears to be an entity owned by Yang and Lim, which is Golden Sun 999 to Empire 999. Empire 999 has been reported to be involved in illegal drug activities in the country, which is owned warehouse being the recipient of the at least 560 kilos of shabu with an estimated cost of 3.6 billion pesos. These shabu were reportedly shipped from Bangkok, Thailand. Makikita po natin na naglipa na sa ating bansa ang mga ito. Ang Yang brothers na si Michael Yang, Ong Jiang Yang, at si Tony Yang andito na, pati ang close associate ni Michael Yang na si Alan Lim. Nandito din si Ma'am Alice Buo at malamang ang mga tao sa likod ng Lucky South 99 as presented by Cassie Ong. Dito makikita natin ay bawat isa-isa sa kanila ay may iba't ibang focus o areas of influence sa ating bansa. These Chinese nationals are setting up corporations all over the country, taking advantage to our laws by perpetrating and promoting illegal activities, so the great prejudice of our country and Filipino people. Nariyan po tayo ngayon. Such is the sorry state of our country. Kaya po tayo ngayon nandito. Mayroon po tayong pinormang Quadcom. Hindi lang konektado ang mga krimen, konektado rin pala ang mga tao na nagpapalakad ng mga ito. Hindi po ito titigil hanggang masisid at masimot natin ang lahat ng pwedeng malaman ukol sa sindikatong ito. At kung paano nila nagawa ang pagsasamantala sa ating bansa upang magawa namin ang aming sworn duty at constitutional responsibility para mapalakas sa ating mga batas at maprotektahan ang lahat ng Pilipino. Marami po ang nababahala. Marami ang nagsasabi, puro investigasyon. Wala namang mangyayari dyan. Hindi po ito nagtatapos sa trabaho ng Quadcom. Ang investigasyon na ito na aming binibigyan ng panahon, pagod, ay simula lamang. We will come out with recommendation to address this. Cleansing, paglilinis, mahirap, pero gagawin po namin at kakayanan namin dahil ito po ay para sa sambayanang Pilipino. Sa ngayon ay uncover pa lang po natin ang criminal enterprise. Wala po tayo sa tanong na who enabled them to freely and with impunity operate. Mga dayuhan po ang identified natin. Hindi po ito makaka-operate kung walang mga Pilipinong tumutulong sa gawaing ito. Wala pa rin po tayo sa financial links. Kulang pa. To completely paralyze them is to cut the financial stream o ang agos ng pera. Saan na naman po nagkulang ang ating batas sa dalawang usaping ito. We will end their era. Tatapusin po natin ito. Samahan niyo po kaming miyembro ng Quadcom, itong miyembro ng 19th Congress, Ito po para sa ating bansa. Ito po para sa susunod na henerasyon. Ibalato po natin at ibigay po natin ang magandang bukas sa ating bansa. Hindi lang po ito ang laban ng Kongreso. Laban po natin ito bilang mga Pilipino. Sino ba naman ang hindi naghahangad ng mas maayos na mabuting Pilipinas? Oo, para po tayong napapaloob sa isang teleserye. May ending din po ito, but sa ngayon, abagan ang susunod na kabanata. The Quadcom is not done. Dakal pong salamat, May Pabengid, at thank you very much kay Kayo po. Thank you.